Hey everybody, I'm Billie Jean Teetsy and I'm coming to you live from Florida. And many of you know me as hashtag Keto Boss Girl 75. I am coming to you live tonight because I want to share some keto beginners tips with the people who are just starting out on keto. I'm seeing a lot of comments on groups talking about the grocery stores being out of food. What can I buy? I'm seeing other people post, I'm just starting out, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start. So tonight I'm going to give you guys some tips, and this is not going to take very long. So if you know anybody who's wanting to start keto or had questions about keto, tag them in my video and they can ask any questions they want. They can come watch. But if you're watching me live, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're watching my replay, drop a 2. You can always tap my face and click the follow link and follow me, and that way you know when I go live. But I just want to share some information with everybody. I know everybody's kind of quarantined right now, and we're all just on edge. And I feel like today, I tried to go out to the store again today to get some things, and I found that the grocery stores are empty. I waited a few days thinking, maybe there might be some food in the stores, but there's not. It's just empty. I was at BJ's today and the shelves are bare in that place. So people are a little scared. So I'm going to do some keto beginners tips. So if you're starting keto, drop a hi so I know you're here. Say hi so I know you're in the room, and I'm going to get started. So my first suggestion, if you're starting keto, you need to understand what keto is about. This is not Atkins, eat high protein. This is not count your calories. This is keto. Keto is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. So if you're going to do this, it is a lifestyle change. You have to be willing to change your lifestyle. You have to be willing to change your mindset, because up here says all that fat is not good for me. Well, these fats are. You're eating healthy fats. We're not eating bad fats. You're eating the fats. If you think back to it, these are the fats that your grandparents ate. They cooked with lard. They made their own cream. They made their own butter. They made eggs. They had bacon. So the fats that you're eating on keto are not necessarily bad fats. Most of them are very good fats, and keto is about eating healthy fats. So the first thing I would suggest is that you get this book. It's called Keto Clarity. It's by Jimmy Moore and Eric C. Westman, who's a doctor. This book gave me so much insight into keto and understanding how it works and what you need to do. I've shared this book with my friends. This is the first book I read to understand how keto works. And I'm not sure if it was Jimmy Moore or Dr. Westman. One of the two of them was either friends with Dr. Atkins or knew somebody who worked for him and had communications with Dr. Atkins while getting this book together. So I would suggest reading this book first. You need to understand what keto is about if you're going to do keto. The other book I would suggest you read is called The Obesity Code. The Obesity Code is a very good book. It's all about weight loss and unlocking the secrets of weight loss. So this way you can understand. The next thing I would suggest, on top of the 2 books that I suggested you should read, you should get on Netflix and watch The Magic Pill. The Magic Pill, I'm going to be honest, I find The Magic Pill to be a little bit boring, but it is extremely informative if you are starting keto. It'll help you understand where it came from, what it's about, what you should be eating versus what you shouldn't be eating. I'm seeing so many things in all of these groups I'm in, and I'm sorry, but I'm just a little confused at if you're in a keto beginners group and you're suggesting to somebody new to use bread. That's not keto. Keto's not about eating bread. Your keto is low carb, high fat. So low carb, high fat, moderate protein. And the first thing I would suggest to people is read the 2 books and watch the movie. Then search Google, and you can find, do macros for keto on Google, and you'll find where you can put in your height, your weight, everything, and it will tell you what your macros are, how much protein you should be eating, how much fat you should be eating daily, and how many carbs you should be having for your height, weight, age. It breaks it all down for you if you're a male or female. It's really a great tool. Then what you should do is take that information, write it down, and get yourself Carb Manager. You can get Carb Manager. It's a free version, and you go in and you put your macros in there, and Carb Manager will calculate every day for you what you should be. It'll break it up into a pie, and it'll tell you what you should be eating and how much. And then every day you put your food into Carb Manager, and it'll tell you, okay, you went over your fat, so don't have any more fat for the day. But just remember, you need to be doing healthy fats. So if you have any questions, just drop your comments in so I know that you've got questions or whatever. You can say hi as you're hopping on. So like I said, the first thing is you should read the book Keto Clarity by Jimmy Moore and Dr. Westman. You should also do the Obesity Code. You should watch The Magic Pill on Netflix, because that is very informative so that you can understand you are not hurting your body by doing keto. Now, I'll be honest, keto doesn't work for everybody. So some people it'll work for, some it doesn't. It just depends on your body. It's not made for everybody, but it is a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. So now I'm going to give you 5 tips to saving money for grocery shopping on keto, because this is the biggest thing I'm hearing right now is keto's expensive. Keto's this. It can be expensive in the beginning, but once you get switched over, it's not that expensive anymore. So, flour. You can use coconut flour or you can use almond flour. You don't need to use both. You don't need to have both on hand. You can have one or the other, and you can always Google the conversion chart to Google, say a recipe calls for coconut flour and you want to use almond because you don't like coconut flour, then you can Google almond to coconut flour or coconut flour to almond conversion. You can do that same conversion chart with milk, with sugars. Just keep that in mind that you're going to need to use Google to get these conversion charts for you, because it will help. The other thing is milks. Milk is not keto. Regular milk. Almond milk, yes. Coconut milk, yes. But you can do cashew milk, but regular milk is not part of the keto. So just keep that in mind. I don't use a lot of milks. I'm making an ice cream recipe tonight, so I'm using a coconut milk in that, but it's from the can. So, I don't use a whole lot of. It's a rarity that I buy milk for stuff. Oils. You have olive oil and avocado oil. Those are the 2 that are suggested for keto and that you should be using. I choose to use avocado oil. I like the taste of it better. I do have olive oil on hand for when I need it, but I mostly use avocado. It's your choice. Pick one or the other. Avocado tends to be a little more expensive. It's your choice. Peanut butter. Sugar-free, I use Jif All Natural. That's my choice. Others would say, oh, you can only use Smucker's with the no sugar added. That's your choice. It depends on what type of keto you're doing. Are you doing strict keto or are you doing dirty keto? What kind of keto are you doing? So I live they call it dirty lazy keto. I bounce between that and strict. A lot of meals I have just have meat and vegetables with the butter and none of the other additives in it. Then sometimes I'll put in other stuff like cream cheese and things like that. So it just depends. My peanut butter is Jif All Natural. That's the one I use. That's the one I like. Sugar substitutes. Everybody likes different sugars. Now, I tend to go more towards Truvia or monk fruit. I'm not a big Swerve person, but I do use their confectioner sugars when I'm making things that require powdered sugar in them. But like my ice cream that I'm making tonight, I used monk fruit sweetener in it. I find that it has a better taste. It doesn't have an aftertaste. But it's your personal preference. Don't go out and buy all of them. Buy one, try it. If you don't like it, then you know not to get that one next time. Get a different one. It just depends on how your tastes are and how you like things. My other suggestion is to have on hand for keto baking powder. It's your choice. I use aluminum free, but that was because I was strict keto at one point. I'm not strict anymore. So now I'll buy whatever baking powder I find once mine is expired or I don't have any left. Pork rinds. Pork rinds are another great thing to use. And let me tell you something. People are buying up pork rinds like it's nobody's business. So you can use pork rinds in your meatloaf. You can use it in your hamburgers. You can use it on your chicken. You can use it on your pork chops. You can use pork rinds for many things. I like to take my pork rinds, crush them up. I put them in my food processor, and I'll add lemon pepper to them, or I'll add ranch to them, or you can add Italian seasoning to them. You can add whatever you want as far as a dry seasoning to them to get the flavor you're looking. You can put garlic in it, whatever you want if it's a dry seasoning. Onion powder in pork rinds, they taste phenomenal. And I coat the outside of my meat with them. I use an egg, soak the meat in the egg, and then coat the outside with pork rinds. So pork rinds are great. You can buy whatever brand you choose, and you can always flare up your originals with any kinds of seasonings you like. So my other suggestion is butters. Butter. You're going to hear people say, oh, I only buy Kerrygold. I was one of those people. I used to only buy Kerrygold in the beginning. Kerrygold is expensive. Although it is a very good butter, it is very expensive. So for the butters, I don't buy Kerrygold anymore. I buy regular salted butter for my food, and I buy unsalted for my bulletproof coffee. Hey, Leslie. So if you're not a coffee drinker, you don't have to worry about the bulletproof coffee. But if you like coffee and you want to add your healthy fats into it, I do bulletproof coffee, which is usually about 10 ounces of coffee with 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons of MCT oil, and a little bit of liquid stevia, and 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And it comes out tasting like a latte. It is the best. I absolutely love it, and I start my morning with that. That way I'm getting my healthy fats in. Now, there's mornings where I don't have time to make bulletproof coffee, and I just use my keto cream because my keto cream's got the MCT and the collagen in it. And that gives me the healthy fats I need from that. So butter, don't stress over butter. Oh my God, I need to buy Kerrygold. No, you don't need to buy Kerrygold. You can buy regular store butter. Yes, Kerrygold is a grass-fed butter, and it is better for you, but please don't make this more expensive than it needs to be. Don't make it hard on yourself and more confusing. Cream cheese. You can buy whatever cream cheese you want to buy. I choose Philadelphia because that's what I like. But you can buy any kind of cream cheese you want. And cream cheese is in a lot of our recipes. A lot of recipes. So you're going to find that we put cream cheese in a hamburger casserole. In chicken meals, like cracked chicken in the crock pot is really good. You're going to find that we use bacon. So bacon's another staple to have on hand. But these are just basic staples. You don't have to make keto more expensive than it should be. People think that you have to go and change your entire life way of doing things, and that's not how it is. You just need to buy the stuff, and then you won't have to buy it for a while. So I hope these tips help you on saving money on grocery shopping for keto. If you have any questions, drop them in down below, and I'll answer while I'm sitting here. I do suggest that you do drink a lot of water because in the beginning, keto, you can get the keto flu. So I'm going to give you some tips starting out on keto. 1, take away carbs your first week and start introducing yourself to keto foods, like cooking meals keto. And you can find lots of recipes on Pinterest, on Google. You can also message me, and I can add you to a group where we have lots of recipes. And I do keto kitchens, so keep your eyes open for those. If you want to hop on the notification train for my keto kitchens, send me a message with your cell phone number or your email, and I will and I can add you to my list. Sorry, somebody just popped me a message. I can add you to my notification list, and when I do a keto kitchen, you'll get notified. I'm going to be doing one tonight at about 8:30. I'm making sugar-free ice cream for the first time, and dessert chaffles tonight. And if you guys haven't noticed, that's become my next favorite thing is chaffles. It replaces bread, and oh my God, it is so good. Bread. Let's talk about bread. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to go get this bread so you guys can see it. Okay, maybe I won't get the bread because it's gone. Apparently, my family has eaten all of the bread. So I bought this bread at Aldi's. If you have an Aldi's, you need to go get this bread if you're going to be on keto. It's called Lovin, Lovin, and it's zero carb bread. And when I say zero carb, I went through the whole back of the package. I went through the ingredients, everything, and it is zero carbs. There's no carb in this bread, and I ate for the first time a sandwich the other day with it, a turkey and mayonnaise sandwich with this thing, and it is good. And I miss sandwiches, so yes, I did buy this bread, and we tried it, and apparently my kids liked it too because it's gone. Go figure that out. So anyway, so bread, that would be your suggestion. If you have an Aldi's, go to Aldi's and get the bread. If you have any questions, please drop them down below so I can answer them for you about things you need to buy, things you don't want to buy, what you should look for, what you shouldn't look for. Because if you're starting out, it can be a little overwhelming on keto. And like I said, I can always drop you in other groups where you can get the recipes and everything. So again, I suggest that if you're going to do keto, you start with reading Keto Clarity. This book will give you a lot of insight into the keto lifestyle and how to live it properly. And this is the other book I suggest you read, The Obesity Code. This book is phenomenal. And go to Netflix and watch the movie The Magic Pill. Honestly, that will open your eyes to a lot of things. It's a bit boring, like I said before, but it is very informative on the keto lifestyle. There's so many naysayers out there saying you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this. Well, guess what? I'm doing it. My doctor said it's good. My all my blood work and everything, other than the fact that I was borderline diabetic last year, it scared me enough to kick me back on the keto train. But all my blood work this time around is phenomenal. And my doctor is happy with the way I'm eating and losing weight. And I'm down 50 pounds. And I feel great. I feel good. I'm active. I don't feel dragged out all the time. I'm not tired. So before you become a naysayer for keto, do your research. And if you're just starting out, do your research. I did. I did it here. I did it here. I did it on Netflix. I did it on the internet. I did my research. I didn't just jump into keto. I researched it. I read the books. I Googled things. I joined groups. I looked on Pinterest. I found things. So if you're just starting out and you need help, I'm here. You can message me. Drop your questions down below. I'll be more than glad to help you. Hey, Angie. How are you tonight? So again, just remember, keto doesn't have to be expensive. Yes, you do need to change your mindset. Yes, you should really empty your cupboards. When you decide to start keto, you really should be getting rid of stuff. And I'm seeing people in these groups saying, oh, just go and buy a bag of broccoli in the freezer section. No. Keto is about fresh, live, fresh things. So fresh broccoli that you get in the grocery store in the produce area. Fresh vegetables. Carrots, no. Tomatoes in moderation. Fruit, no, other than blueberries and I believe raspberries or blackberries. I don't eat any fruits anymore, so I can find you a list though. I have a list saved somewhere of keto approved things. There are things you can snack on. Celery with cream cheese, and I put everything bagel seasoning on it. Start using seasonings on stuff. I'm telling you guys, it's not life altering that you can't afford to do keto. You can. You just need to learn how to switch over. So again, I'm going to go over this list of shortcut things that you should get on hand if you're deciding to start keto or you're just beginning. This is for my beginners to help them out. So flour, almond or coconut, pick one or the other. You can always conversion it over. You don't have to be stressed about, oh my God, I need both. You don't need both. You pick one or the other, and you can always do a conversion chart on Google. Milks, regular milk, no. Almond milk, coconut milk, cashew milk. In moderation, I don't use a lot of it. Most of the time, it's for a recipe here and there, except for tonight with the ice cream. Oils. Olive oil, avocado oil. Those are the two. No vegetable oil. Please, please, please do not use vegetable oil. It is not good for you. So olive oil or coconut oil, olive oil, or avocado oil. Those are the three. Peanut butter. I use Jif All Natural. People use Smuckers that you have to stir. I don't like stirring my peanut butter. I'm going to be really honest with you. I see the oil sitting on the top and I'm like, eh. For me, that doesn't work. A lot of people do. So if you want to get the peanut butter that stirs, there you go. Sugar substitutes. You've got Truvia. You've got monk fruit. You've got stevia, however they say that. I use a blend of all three sometimes. It depends on what I'm making. You don't have to buy all three. Monk fruit now has regular. They have the golden, which is the brown sugar. And I heard the other day that they've come out with the confectioners. So if I can find the confectioners, then I will do away with Swerve. I use Swerve confectioners for my baking. And as my friends know, I love to bake. So baking powders, they suggest aluminum free. You don't have to do aluminum free. Unless you're doing very strict keto, that's where that comes into play. Pork rinds. You don't have to get the flavored pork rinds. You can get just regular pork rinds, crush them up in your food processor, add lemon pepper to them, or add Hidden Valley Ranch packets to them. Or you can add everything bagel seasoning to them. You can do whatever you want with pork rinds. They are so versatile, you can turn them into whatever flavor you have as a dry seasoning. Italian, garlic powder. You can add onion powder to them. You can add chili to them. You can do whatever you want with pork rinds. Use your imagination. Butter. It does not have to be Kerrygold. It just needs to be real butter. Get away from the butter in the tubs. That is the most unhealthiest thing for you. All it is water and oil. That's it. Ask your doctor. It's not good. Margarine is not good for you. Cream cheese. You can use whatever cream cheese you choose. I like Philadelphia. I find that it goes on the best. But that's your choice. Cream cheese becomes your friend in the block. And one other tip, cheeses. Get away from bag cheeses. Shredded cheese in the bag, no. You should be shredding your own cheese. Buy it in the blocks. I buy them in the block at Aldi. I think right when this whole Corona thing started, I went and bought 8 or 9 blocks of cheese because I knew I was going to be here cooking a lot. So I'm going to be home more and cooking more than I normally do. So those are my tips and tricks for tonight. Anybody got any questions? You can ask away. Ask your questions. Say, hey, whatever it may be. I'm here. All right. No questions. Those are my tips and tricks for beginners keto. I hope that everybody has a great Saturday being quarantined in with all your wonderful children and family, and enjoy your Saturday night. And I will see you guys later for dessert around 8:30ish. Talk to you later. Bye.